Namaste, this is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take a module addition and the multiplication theorem on probability. This session is a part of the course Statistical Methods and under the program of BSc Honours Agriculture 3rd semester and Integrated BSc Agriculture 3rd semester of the university and as well as the different universities. As all we know that the probability is a very important subject, a very important part and just consisting of various definitions and the topics, the theorems, and it is important part of the mathematics as well as the statistics and even for the research point of view. The probability is having so many applications in the various fields like the risk management and other fields like the financial management and the environmental science. So this probability, that's why the probability is included in almost all the courses at UG and PG level, and the today's session, which is the theorems of the probability, that is the addition theorem and the multiplication theorem of the probability, are the very important topics, very important theorems, and by which we just determine the probability of the events which are in addition or in multiplication. So as all we know that probability which is termed as, which is defined as the chance or the likelihood, so definitely probability concept is applicable to find the event, the probabilities of events, a single event or the compound event or the more than one event. So that's why just we need of generalize the concept of the probability, and that's why the theorems of the probability means the addition theorem and the multiplication theorems are useful for the finding of the probabilities of the such events which are in addition or in multiplication or the compound events. So today we are going to take some slides to explain these theorems with mathematical concepts and mathematical notations along with examples. So we are having some slides to explain these concepts with more in better way. So we take slides. First we take the addition theorem of the probability, and this addition theorem of the probability is defined as if A and B are the two mutually exclusive events. So if A and B are the two mutually exclusive events, then the probability of either event A or the event B is given by PA union B is equal to PA plus PB, or we can write this theorem as PA or B is equal to PA plus BB. One important thing is there that A union B represents PA union B represents the probability of either event A or the event B or both the events A and B. So that is called the PA union B, and here the A and B are the two mutually exclusive events, and mutually exclusive events are those events which do not occur simultaneously. Means occurrence of one event, occurrence of the second event will be possible after the just holding or the occurrence of the first event. And if we generalize this theorem of addition for the three events, then this theorem is given by PA union B union C is equal to PA plus PB plus PC, and here the PA union B union C represents the probability of event A or event B or event C, or all the three events or the two events taken together. So that is the addition theorem of probability, but this theorem is just studied for the two mutually exclusive events. But if the two events are not mutually exclusive, suppose event A and event B are not mutually exclusive, then what is addition theorem for these two events? Then the probability of event A union B in that case is given by PA plus PB minus PAB. PAB is also written by PA intersection B, and also written by PA and B. So this is the theorem. PA union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PAB, which is PA intersection B, or we can write also this theorem as PA or B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA and B. Now we take one example to clear this theorem. So a shooter is known to hit a target 3 out of 7 shots, and while the another shooter is known to hit the target 2 out of 5 shots, find the probability of the target being hit at all when both of them try. So it means suppose we define the two events A and B. So probability of first shooter hitting the target, that is the event A suppose, and the probability is called the PA. So PA is equal to 3 upon 7, this is given that, and the event B is the event where the second shooter hit the target. So probability for this second event is PB, and PB is given by 2 upon 5. Now we have to find the probability of just the event where the target being hit at all when both of them try. That it means the required probability is given by PA union B. So PA union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. So PA union B, which represents the probability of event A, means the probability of either event A or event B or both events, means the target is hit by the first shooter or the second shooter or by the both of the shooters. So that means the PA union B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B, and that is equal to 3 upon 7 plus 2 upon 5 minus 3 upon 7 into 2 upon 5. Now here PA intersection B is given by 3 upon 7 into 2 upon 5 because the two events A and B are the independent events, and therefore PA intersection B is given by PA into PB in that case, PA into PB, and therefore the required probability PA union B is equal to 29 upon 35 minus 6 upon 35, and that is equal to 23 upon 35. So that is the answer. Now next we take the multiplication theorem in the probability. Now that we have learned about the multiplication rules that are implemented in the probability, such as, so the multiplication theorem can be defined as Pj intersection K. Suppose J and K are the two events, then Pj intersection K is equal to Pj into Pk upon J, and Pj intersection K is also defined as Pk into Pj upon K. So Pj intersection K is equal to Pk into Pj upon K. So here we can see the probability of this event J intersection K is defined in the two different ways, and where the denominators are not 0 means in the first case Pj is not equal to 0, and in the second case the Pk is not equal to 0. So that is called the multiplication theorem on probability, and that is just related with the conditional probability. Here Pk upon j is the conditional probability of event k when the event j is given, and the probability Pj upon k is called the conditional probability of event j when the event k is given. Now we take this example. So in this example we are having a question. A bag contains 15 red and 5 blue balls. Without the replacement of the balls, 2 balls are drawn from a bag, one after the other. So here the replacement is not done, and the 2 balls are just drawn, then first ball, then second ball. And what is the probability of picking both the balls as red balls? So that is the question. Now assume that now we start to solve the question. Let j and k represent the events that the first ball is drawn and the second ball drawn is the red ball. So these are the events j and k, and therefore we have to find pj intersection k or pjk. So according to question, the pj, probability of event j, and that is equal to 15 upon 20, and the 15 upon 20 is the probability of event j, because we are given that initially there are we can see there are 15 red balls and there are 20 total balls. So 15 upon 20 is the value of pj, and pk upon j. Pk upon j means the probability of event k when event j is just given. It means the probability of drawing of second ball. Pj means the probability of first ball, drawn the first ball, which is red, and pk upon j is the probability of the second event, means k, the second the probability of drawing the second ball, and which is coming to be red. So it is equal to 14 upon 19, because one ball is already taken. So 19 are the total possible outcomes and 14 is the remaining red balls. Now by using the multiplication theorem, Pj intersection k is equal to Pj into Pk upon j, and this equal to 15 upon 20 into 14 upon 19, and which is equal to 21 upon 38. So Pj intersection k is equal to 21 upon 38. So in this way we have found the probability of the event, means the probability of the two events j intersection k, and this, according to this question, the two balls are drawn. The first ball is drawn and next the second ball is drawn, and the replacement is not done. So this question is done by the help of the multiplication theorem of the probability. So these are the two very important theorems of probability, and in which we have seen that the probability of finding the events in either in the addition or in multiplication. So that these are the two theorems, and important parts of the probability, and students are advised to just practice for more questions, for more numericals, for these two, based on these two theorems, addition and the multiplication of events, and just students are also advised to take objective questions and the descriptive questions, because mostly the competitive examinations are based on the objective question type, objective questions. So practice for the objective questions as well, and take also the descriptive questions. First study with concepts, what are the two theorems, and then just take numericals as well as the descriptive and the objective questions. So with this I conclude my today's session. Thank you.